Welcome back to another Thumbnails video review. Got done looking at Transformers Origins Bumblebee. We're going to be taking a look at something similar in the same vein, but not exactly in the same vein because a lot of people actually hate this figure because it part forms. We're looking at Transformers, War for Cybertron, Netflix, Bumblebee, and I think this closest designs to how he looked as we can get. He is a decent little figure. Yes, he comes with the same crap weapon and attachment weapon and another weapon and these two holder pieces slash magazine pieces as Cliff Jumper did. And they do the whole bazooka thing, but I give him one gun, call it a day. We don't need to take a look at that junk because, well, it's Bumblebee. He had a little pistol, and that's it. I give him this one because it's the closest out of his stuff that looks good. We'll show off what it does in vehicle mode, but first let's get through articulation. He is pretty standard and thinks this way. He does have a focus on the thank you. He has a 360 for his head, a little bit of back and forth, a little wiggle woggle. He has 360 on the shoulder, universal in and out, elbow bend about that much. He does have wrist swivel. Needed wrist swivel. He has forward that far for a little boot to the knee. He has a leg that goes straight back. He has, let's get him into a little T-pose here, a leg out like so. He has a 90-degree bend at his knee. He has more than 90 degrees break the ankle ability here, which isn't half bad. I mean, for a little posable Bumblebee to stand there next to your Prime, he is not half bad. We're going to be looking at the Prime from the same series later on, but there they are together. Ooh, size comparison. That's about it. Really. He does have the parts forming that no one likes. You can take the backpack off, give it to him as a shield. I mean, I just can't wait for a repaint of this thing to be a collector's thing as a Herbie. Hasbro, Herbie out of this guy, come on! So, for this transformation, what we're going to do is bend the arms this way and bend the arms this way. And it's easier to peg in the alt mode piece when his hands are backwards and make sense later. Come down to the legs for now. We're going to unpeg, I'll show you here. This peg goes into one of the actual ports of the wheel for the hubs because that will lock the tire in place there. And once you do that, then you can bring down this and bring this down, cat hair not included. Then we're going to take the wheel and move it over. Now we're going to take and open up the chest cavity, lift the hood to cover his face because no one wants to see his face, and bring his door pieces down this way. We're going to rotate him at the waist, and we're not using the hips. We're going to use this midsection bend to fold him down, bring his wheels and panels down and around, bring up his waist. Now we have a little bit of a mess here. So what we're going to do is bring these pieces in more so they kind of sort of thoop into place. We're going to peg the legs or the feet here. We're going to peg this porthole here and that peg together once we straighten that all out. And at the same time, hood behind, or the windshield behind the hood piece, getting these two pegs underneath and then clipping all these together. And then there's going to be a tab on the inside of the door right there that's going to go into a slot there. And once it pegs all together, you have a buttless car. Put the handle in with the hands backwards. We're going to take and plug the two pegs into his buttocks, and there you go. his little VW car mode. Yes, his original mode was a penny racer, and thus for this is inaccurate to that, but this is what most people have been waiting for, is a decent VW representation. And this one, with a little tweaking, could be considered pretty damn decent for that. We have a VW symbol painted in silver there, the Autobot symbol on the hood, door handles picked out in silver, wipers picked out in silver, VW symbols on the tires, which I am very impressed with. They did that. The bumpers and headlights are decent. The back, these are kind of like that soft rubber-ish plastic for the bumpers. So they do have that 80s bumpers thing going on, which is nice. Now, for his accessories, he has these two, in the handles, there's a little slit. Plug them so the longer end is going downward. Plug that there. Take this one, do the same thing. It's got the port right. Yeah. Plug that there. We're going to take and utilize that port and that port with this piece with that tab there. Going to do the same thing with the other one. Plug it in. I said plug it in there. Take this. This is really weird. This peg is going to go into that port. Then these two little pegs are going to go into what looks like Minicon ports here. And plug and plug. So apparently it makes it the under chassis like boat thing, so he can actually boat around water. Just no. Just put them off to the side. This is all you need. I mean, what more do you need, really? These two are absolutely perfect in my book to be kind of sort of G1E to each other. However, I do want the movie one because that penny racer style and more true to his G1 form. But for now, he's good for the Netflix design. Absolutely love it. In that case, that's all I have to say. Love y'all. Love your faces. Be kind to each other. Stay healthy. Be happy. Love y'all. Love your faces. Peace.